Chapter 3. Setting the Tempo. The sun, now a molten gold orb, edged closer to the horizon, casting warm light upon an animated crowd. Salen stood bathed in that amber glow, his senses alight with the amalgamation of sounds and sights, fully immersed in the tapestry of life around him. Atop the modest stage he felt an exhilarating wave of belonging wash over him. The spirited energy of the market mingled with the thrumming of the tambourine in his hands, his heart synchronized with the rhythm of community. As the final notes of the bard's song trailed off, applause erupted around them like a sudden storm, crashing against his eardrums and echoing deep within his heart. Laughter filled the air, lifting the spirits of all like a buoy in the tide. Kalen shared a glance with the bard, a silent exchange that spoke volumes of camaraderie established through shared music. It was a fleeting moment, but one rich with promise and joy. "What's your name, traveler?" the bard asked, brushing back strands of chestnut hair from his brow, his face alight with curiosity and the remnants of their shared performance. "Salen," he replied, his own voice still wrapped in the echoes of music. You sing as if the very stars have blessed you," a voice broke through from the crowd. It was a young woman with a cascade of curls framing her face, her eyes sparkling like the very evening sky. "You've brought life to a dreary afternoon." Other voices chimed in, weaving a chorus of encouragement and delight, yet Kalen's attention softened on the bard once more. He could see the wisdom and warmth in his eyes, like an endless reservoir of stories waiting to unfurl. "The energy of the crowd elevates all," the bard acknowledged, clapping Kalen gently on the shoulder. "But it is rare to find someone who, even in the timidity of discovery, holds the heart to embrace music as you do. Have you traveled far?" "Only just awakened, I suppose, and found my way to this haven," Salen admitted, a hint of wonder coloring his words. "The melody of this place called to me, and I could not resist." "Ah, the call of fate sings louder than any tune we know," the bard mused, his smile curious yet insightful, as if he understood the unspoken complexities that threaded through Salen's existence. "It drives us to pursue what's hidden deep within. Will you stay and share your music, Salen? The people deserve to hear more of your song." The crowd behind him surged with shouts of agreement. Salen felt a pulse of warmth spread through him. "I would like that, but I'm still learning what my music is supposed to be." "Fear not. Music is an exploration. Every note is a step on a path uncharted," the bard chuckled, a twinkle dancing in his eyes. "And you may just find your heart leading the way. Let us set the tempo." With a shared nod of understanding, the two of them returned to the stage, spirits ignited. Kalen, encouraged by the memory of the earlier song, took a moment to compose himself. He thought of the cascading laughter and running children, the flowers that danced in the wind, the very soul of the village, and felt a swell of inspiration bloom. Perhaps a tune inspired by the laughter of children might take form? Salen envisioned aloud, a smile breaking forth. "A sparkling idea," the bard enthused. "Let your heart guide you, and I shall weave my strings around your notes." He beckoned the audience closer, preparing them for the next performance with exuberant gestures. The tempo that emerged was rooted. It was as if the world had opened a gate into the essence of pure elation, a shared heartbeat echoing amongst them all. Amidst the music, Salen caught glimpses of individuals lost in reverie, some with eyes closed, others swaying gently, drawing inspiration from the sounds. He was no longer merely an outsider. He was entwined within the rhythm of the community, pulsating with life and joy. With each crescendo, his confidence swelled, allowing him to step deeper into the music, becoming one with the song. And with each note, Salen glimpsed delicate strands of past memories emerging like ridges on a mountain, remnants of melodies he had known once before, fragments of life lived in moments now dusted with obscurity. The music began to take on a divine quality, a sorcery of sorts that drew the villagers together as if unseen strings connected their very souls. Children rushed onto the stage, their laughter and innocent exuberance fueling the energy, weaving seamlessly into the melody. "Let us dance," one young girl called out, her voice a sweet chiming bell cutting through the fabric of the song. And with willing hearts, the crowd embraced the invitation, swirling in delightful abandon as if the music had lifted them from the ground. With wide eyes, Salen watched as adults joined in, their earthy worries momentarily forgotten in the embrace of unrestrained joy. Laughter rang out like bells, and Seelan beamed into the melody, lifting his tambourine high, matching the ardent energy of the growing throng. "Feel it, Seelan," Felix's voice echoed through him, more vibrant than ever before. "This is your first step into the world of music, a crescendo of emotion. Let them paint their stories as you give them the canvas of sound." Yes, he realized, his breath quickening, this was what it meant to embrace the rhythm of life, to give freely of oneself, within the embrace of community. Each chord resonated not just through him, but through all gathered. It was a shared journey, a story waiting to be told, where every note encapsulated both joy and pain, every harmony signifying mere existence and the bonds forged through shared experiences. As the last notes faded and the villagers cheered, Kalen wiped the sheen of sweat from his brow, completely mesmerized by what had just occurred. The bard clapped him on the back once again, his expression radiant. "See how they adore you," he boomed. "They sense the truth of your spirit. Now, let us take this moment to heart. Each performance brings meaning, and now you wield that meaning." There, upon the stage, Seelan let the world settle. With the energy swirling, he felt Felix guiding him, gently directing him to what lay beyond the horizon. Beneath the mirth fluttering in the air, a whisper lingered, vague yet insistent. "What lies beyond this moment?" Kalen wondered aloud, catching glimpses of twilight streaking across the sky, painting everything in hues of wonder. "You are destined for much more than this evening's dance," Felix responded, his essence shimmering like the starlit fabric of the night. "But remember, music is the path, not merely a celebration. Today they have witnessed the spark in you. Let it carry forth the next note." As the last echoes of laughter waned and the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the world in velvet shadows and flickering fireflies, Seelan understood. The journey had only just begun. Echoes of the past danced within him, while uncharted melodies called him forward. He was more than a wandering spirit now. He was a musician with purpose, a player in a grand symphony, and the world, a universe of mysteries waiting to unfold. And as the stars began to dot the night sky, each flicker a note in the grand composition of the universe, Seelan took a moment to bask in the certainty that tomorrow would be filled with new melodies, new adventures, and harmonies yet to be discovered. As he stepped from the stage, the rhythm within him pulsed with the sanctuary of life. Together, he and Felix would breathe new life into the symphony of fate, one heartbeat, one melody at a time.